Well, Gaffer, first and foremost, I guess when you have a game like Saturday, you just want to try and park it as much as you can, particularly when the game's coming so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it was a long second half for everyone. It wasn't pleasing to watch, but we got it out of the way on Sunday. We had them in, we got them on the bikes, the one that played, the other one's trained. We had a good chat about it, and it meant that today was a little bit easier in the sense that that's now gone. Not that I think for us we have to make sure it never happens again in terms of the manner of the defeat. It was a sore one, and I didn't like some of the things that went on in the second half. We lost all our discipline and shape, and it made it far too easy for a very good team, you have to say. But you're going to get difficult games in this league. We had difficult games last season, and there's ways of dealing with that. And certainly in the second half, showing the players know themselves that can't be repeated.
Yeah, you got the dogs in today, just so people, in case people see the dog.
Yes.
They're two new signings for you. They look quite nippy on the wings.
Yeah, I'll get them the Peterborough colours and that'll be them. Yeah, I just brought them in. The lads seem to like them, so yeah, keeps you young.
Keeps you young. In terms of Reading, obviously the next opponents, they had a 3-3 draw against QPR at the weekend. Obviously can score goals, we've conceded them as well, but big open spaces at Majeski, just like it was at Bramall Lane.
It is a big pitch, Reading. It is a big pitch. Obviously they lost a late goal. It was the 97th minute or something on Saturday. And as you say, yeah, they've conceded 7 in their last 2 games. We've had a good look at them. But I think really the most important thing tomorrow is we have to get a performance out of the players. We have to be a lot more solid. We have to have a lot more about us in terms of organisation, especially if, at times tomorrow night we'll come under the cosh. We have to deal with it better than we did on Saturday, and we're capable of doing that. So certainly away from home, we've given up too many chances and probably not created as many. So I think we're looking for a good performance tomorrow night.
Yeah, and as people might look at Reading and think, not one of the biggest clubs potentially in the division, but they had a wonderful season last year and run the playoffs very close.
No, any team you play, they're going to have quality in it. We don't have to keep going on about that. We're fully aware of that. What we've got to do as a team, and I mean everyone in that, in terms of myself, the staff, players, we've got to do ourselves justice when we play, in terms of we've got to maximise everything we can out of the players. We've got to perform to a certain level, better than last season. But we've got to do ourselves justice, and if we do that, we'll run teams close. We'll compete. We've shown that already. Saturday, second half, we didn't do ourselves justice. We let ourselves down. We let everyone down. And in the sense of the manner of defeat, it could have been more, and that's not like us. It's not often I've said that about this group of players. So we need to address that first and foremost, and we need to give ourselves a proper performance, and hopefully it's good enough on the night.
Nathan Thompson obviously missing Saturday. Yeah. What's his prognosis?
Yeah, he's got a good chance. We knew it wouldn't be long. He was touch and go for Saturday, and one I wasn't going to risk in terms of the injury. So yeah, we feel he's got a good chance. He's done everything he needed to today. Obviously, we'll see if that settles down tomorrow. But yeah, we're hopeful. We're optimistic on Tom.
And inevitably, when you have a defeat, you sort of look at the squad and you've got options in a number of positions. Is that fresh in your mind at the moment?
In most weeks now, in most games, I'll be leaving people out that are good players, and that's just where we're at, and that's a good thing. And the one big thing I said on yesterday to the players was we stopped sacrificing for each other as a team when it went to 3-1, and there's going to be sacrifices having to be made all through the season, and that will include people not playing for tactical reasons or loss of form or physical reasons. And I'll respect the players by explaining to them exactly what I'm doing.
And you mentioned on Saturday, one of the positives from Saturday, obviously both your strikers scored, and obviously Jack did well for the time he was on the pitch, and obviously hassled the defender into a mistake, and obviously Jono off and running as well, and he said by his own admission that it took him a little while last season to sort of get off and running in terms of goals. So that must have been nice to see your front two in amongst the goals like Dembele has been already. Yeah,
I think it was important. I think that was the one big positive we could take out of Saturday. Jack's had 2 good chances. Could have had more. There was 2 in the end of the first half where if we just squared it to him, it's tap-ins. We just couldn't get the ball to him. Took his finish. To be honest, when he's gone through there, I'm thinking he's not doing anything but hitting the net. Smashed it in. Knows for him it was a good chance. The one just before they went 2-1 up. Jono comes on and he was angry with me. I left him out. I liked his reaction, Jono, I have to say. And it was pleasing, although it was a penalty, he got on the score sheet. And I thought Enrique did well. I thought he showed real quality at times. So yeah, up to now we've not been able to get all three of them in the team. It's very difficult for me to, at the moment with certain formations, to do that. So, but I was certainly pleased with the two strikers getting a goal.
And just finally, you gave the captaincy to Frankie in the absence of Mark and Nathan. Obviously, you had other candidates for that role. Was that something that you just felt that he had the capabilities and the responsibility to do that?
Yeah, I spoke to him before about it, and he was keen on it. Sometimes it can affect players in terms of they overthink about it and not focus on their own individual performance. I think Frankie, by his own admission, knows that he made a bad mistake for the second goal, and then was all at sea a little bit like the rest of them. We didn't cope with the fact that we lost 2 goals so quickly. But he's a player I rate really highly. He's someone I've worked with a long time now, and he needs to improve in certain areas as they all do. But you would like to think that what it can at least take out of Saturday is we have to learn from it, not just so much in terms of the manner of it, but who we played against, the movement of some of their players. And Billy Sharp was outstanding in terms of his movement. I'm hoping my defenders learn, and also my strikers. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with taking that out of the game. As much as you don't want to go there and have the game it was, you have to take something out of it in terms of moving forward. So we have to move on quick. I'm glad there's a game. I'm pleased there's a game so quickly after it. It would have been a long week otherwise. And we have to get going again. It's as simple as that. We can't let Saturday affect us. We just have to learn from it, and we have to make sure that doesn't happen again.